Hey, long time no see. I'm not even sure if I've uploaded anything to the channel this year. So if I have not, which I'm pretty sure I haven't, I want to apologize about that with my inconsistency. I'm definitely changing that this year and changing that moving forward. I want to get to a place where I'm consistently uploading and uploading at least twice a week. So I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna look yet, but we're gonna do it. I'm going to do it, and that's a big old pinky promise. So put your pinky up. I promise. It's all on me. I know. Okay. Anyways, if you haven't been able to tell, I chopped all of my hair off. I did that a few weeks ago, so it's still fairly new. I'm still kind of getting used to the cut, but it was a very impulsive decision. I've cut all of the bleach and processed parts out of my hair, and it's all fresh and healthy now. So it's definitely a new start around here, so that's kind of exciting. Okay, sorry for that interruption, but I am back, and while I'm back, I went ahead and looked at my channel to see the last thing I have uploaded, and I did go ahead and upload this year, and that was to announce my start of my podcast, and I was really excited for that start. And as soon as I did that, a few days afterwards, I got COVID, and then I had COVID for weeks on end, and then after COVID, I was still having strep throat symptoms. So my throat was very scraggly, and it was hard to talk, and it hurt to talk, and I just I completely lost that drive. So I had a really good start to the year, and I had really good intentions set, and I was sick for a month and a half, and that just completely threw me off. But I'm getting back to myself, feeling like myself. I feel really good. I have been really stressed the past few weeks, but I'm overcoming that. I'm getting through that. I'm working through it. But yes, I did say that I have uploaded, and I did respond to this comment. So Cassidy, if you're still watching, which thank you for your patience if you are still tuning in and checking out my channel, because I responded to you, I don't even know, I guess it's been a month or a few months now, and she asked, I'll put the comment on the screen here, she asked for me to recommend everyday wear or do an outfit video. And that's something I've always really wanted to do, especially when starting my channel. I wanted it to be very fashion focused and fashion based, and I promise Cassidy I'm getting to it. I'm going to do it. But I think what's prohibited me from doing that for so long is just the fact that I'm sure many of you can definitely relate to this. I just didn't feel inspired by my wardrobe anymore, and I'm tired of complaining about it, and I'm tired of not doing anything about it. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get in that good headspace, and we're gonna do it together. So yes, I think the biggest thing for me when it comes to my wardrobe and getting it all situated and sorted out is I don't know what direction I want to take. I feel I have so much to say and so much to update all of you on, and I keep getting everything jumbled up, and it's all getting sidetracked and going in two different directions, and I don't even know if I'm making sense or completing my thoughts. But I have been growing and changing, so I think my fashion taste is definitely in a very weird transition phase of me trying to figure out what that looks like. And I've been having some struggles with my body recently, body image issues, just because my digestion has been out of whack again. So I'm a bit bloated, even though I'm working out and eating clean. My body is just not responding to that, and so I'm gonna have to get that back on track and find some, I don't think it's necessarily probiotics. I think I have a good set of probiotics, but I need to figure out what else is causing all of that to go through. I do think a big part of that is stress. So I'm trying to figure out how to dress the way I want to dress and dress for my body right now, just because I want to feel comfortable in my skin. I want to feel good, and I'm tired of wearing like the same pieces over and over, and I'm sure so many of you can relate to that. And I just haven't been bringing in new pieces, but I'm going to start doing that. And yes, so Cassidy, long overdue answer, but yes, I'm working on an outfit video. We're gonna add that to it, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and incorporate some sort of like outfit element into this video too. But yes, that's kind of like where the headspace is for right now. And oddly enough, even though like I haven't really been active on any sort of social media platform or like really just like any sort of like media, like social media platform, like even my blog, for instance, like I've been completely inactive on that too. I have recently, and like very recently, have found a love for TikTok, and I never thought I would get on. I never thought I was gonna get there, because I remember whenever it was like becoming popular, like at the beginning of the pandemic, like even right before then, and all of my friends were like obsessed with it and trying to get me on it and just like watch videos and stuff, and I like was not going to do it. I was not going to commit to it whatsoever. And now like years later, like I'm starting to really like love and understand the platform and like want to use it. Like Mr. Kitty felt the need to come and say hi and be a part of this too. But yeah, so now that like it's like years later, I really love it, because right now I'm not obsessed with Instagram. Like I get really bored just scrolling through it, and I'm not happy with like my feed, and I don't know I don't know what I want that to like look like yet. But yeah, TikTok is just like, it's so easy, and I love like, I mean, obviously like you have the very like creative end of it, where like you have people really putting a lot of effort into these like videos that they're producing, but then on the like minor end of it, you have people literally just like expressing and talking and just like freely stating it. It's like a record, upload, go kind of situation. And I'm loving that like balance of it, of like the production aspect and then the natural flow of it. So I'm starting to get into it. I only have like a couple videos, like maybe like 20 or so on there right now, but I definitely am gonna see myself becoming more active on that platform. Like I spent a good chunk of my morning this morning recording videos and uploading content to there. So if you want to connect with me and get like a more like day-to-day look into like what I'm doing and stuff like that, and you want more like present in the moment of it, TikTok is definitely going to be the platform where you're going to be able to find me. And I guess like other than here, I mean, not even other than here, because the two platforms I'm kind of treating very similarly, where you can get like a full range of like my personality, because that's what I'm trying to be better about. And Instagram does not represent my personality whatsoever, like in the slightest. So if you like my YouTube channel, I feel like you'll definitely like my TikTok, because I feel like they're definitely like one and the same. So that's where you can find me on there. All of this to say, go follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna put like a screen grab of like my TikTok and everything here. My TikTok handle I think is still HannahElise99. I'm pretty sure that's like what my username is on like all platforms, if not most. I no longer have my Depop account. I went ahead and deactivated that because like I never got on there. But yeah, I have some things to like definitely update you guys on, and I'll be doing that throughout this video. But that's kind of like giving you the update in the start. Like I have been active on TikTok this morning, and then I went ahead and did like my daily reading. I'm like halfway through. So I'm rereading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Definitely recommend checking that out. I've already read it completely all the way through once, like years ago, and I'm back onto like reading that again. And this morning's chapter is so like, it's so full, and like I'm trying to actively get into it and follow the steps and everything. So like I've been writing like a lot of notes and highlighting throughout the book, because I didn't highlight the first like time through, and I've been like doing the actions as like I'm being directed to, which is how you're supposed to do it. So I'm like halfway through that that chapter. I think I'm on like the second or third chapter right now, but I had to stop to get some breakfast and like take care of the animals and everything. So I'm about to finish up that chapter. Okay, I've decided I'm in the mood for something sweet. So I'm gonna do wild berry muffins. And I know that these are probably like absolute garbage for me. So I'm gonna try and make it a little bit better and healthier by adding some protein powder to it. And then I think I'm gonna chop up some of these strawberries right here and add little strawberry chunks to the wild berry mix to give it a little more flavor. So we'll see how that goes. And then I definitely need to get dressed. I've been in like my pajamas all day today. I'll show you guys those. And then we'll pick out an outfit and carry on. Okay, so right now I'm about to put on a face mask. Really just like putting it on the spots that have been breaking out on my face recently. And then while I let that sit, I'm gonna start prepping for April and brainstorming content ideas and articles that I want to write there. So for the face mask, I'm using this Palmer's cocoa butter formula with vitamin E purifying enzyme mask. So I'm going to take this and put that where I have new pimples and old acne scars. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this on for a little bit while I work, and then I'll rinse it off. So right now I'm completely in the mindset of wanting to change and redo my entire blog. So right now I'm taking all of the former blog posts that I've written on there, and I'm taking them and publishing the ones that I still like and the ones that I still think have value and information that can be gotten from them. I've taken them and I've published them onto Medium. And so once I've gotten all the ones copied over that I want to keep, I'm going to completely clear everything off the website and then redo it. And I want to treat my website now as a bigger portfolio piece and treat it more like a magazine. So that's really what I'm trying to focus on with April. So I'm trying to prep and plan and give the month of April a theme and try to make it more community based, I think, and more like an actual magazine and a publication, and actually make it something that people enjoy and get information and inspiration from, and something that people want to come back to. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing all of the prep work and planning for it. I also thought it would be really insightful, or I don't know, maybe some of you might find it interesting to see kind of the prep work that I am putting into this and how I'm generating all of these ideas. Because I know sometimes it's more fascinating to see the thought processing behind an idea and to follow someone's journey along with it instead of seeing the final product or the final result. So I'm looking at what holidays are present in the month of April. I'm looking at what zodiac signs are represented for April. I'm looking into the characteristics of each of those zodiac signs. I want to create a word that kind of summarizes the month, and a word that people can really hold on to and use throughout the month, kind of like as inspiration, or I don't know, I've already found a phrase that I really like, and I think it does a great job of summarizing the month up, because it kind of plays in with one of the zodiac signs. So yeah, I've just literally just been brainstorming everything that comes to my mind when it comes to the month of April. I've done research into the symbolism that plays throughout the month of April, and I've got to further research the astrological predictions as like a collective for the month of April and kind of see what comes up there. And then I've also done like my own personal representation and like things that come to mind whenever I think of April too. So, and then I've also come up with a few like content ideas or like trends that are currently going on TikTok and stuff like that that I think could really tie in and incorporate into the month. And then I also want to pick a book and maybe do some sort of book club or like a month that I think would be a good read for the month of April. And then I also want to introduce like new artists, old artists, whether that be in fashion and ceramics, architecture. Like there's so many things out there and there's so many cool people and so many cool works. And that's the thing about all of it is like we don't know where to look or where to start. So I want to introduce some of those elements too. And I don't know, I'm still kind of figuring this all out. This all really came to me yesterday and I've had an idea like this in the past. It's just now feels like a good time to start it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've just been brainstorming a bunch of things and I'm about to go back through some old magazines that I have from the month of April and see if there's any inspiration I can kind of pull from that. Thing that's making this a little bit more challenging, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, is I really want to shoot a lot of film photos for the month of April and really present that to the blog. And film is a very expensive hobby, first of all. Second of all, I don't know how I'm going to pull all of it together. So we'll see how it all turns out. Okay, so I'm about to make lunch, but before I do that, I thought it would be really nice and refreshing to make some celery juice. I just got my juice presser out of storage and kind of like cleaned it up a little bit. And I went ahead and washed all of the parts to use it. So I'm gonna make some celery juice, and I thought it would be really nice and refreshing to add some ginger to it. So this is just some ginger paste. I got this at Walmart. And then I'm gonna add some lemon juice to the base of it too. Okay, so this is how much juice it made with about 5 celery stalks and the lemon juice and ginger. So I'm just gonna kind of like slush it around a little bit. Honestly, it's probably gonna be best if I stir it. So let's do that. Mix it around and just pour it in there. Okay. Yeah, that's a very earthy taste. So if you don't like things that are, it just tastes very fresh. So very fresh and earthy. It's not sweet at all. So if you definitely like sweeter things, I would definitely suggest adding like an apple or maybe even like a carrot to sweeten it up a little bit. But I think that's really good. It definitely has like a bit of like a sour tartness to it. But it's what I've been wanting and craving for a while, so I would recommend it. Okay, so makeup and outfit completed, put together. I went for something like super casual today, which is how I've been tending to dress more recently. But if you want to see like the full outfit details, make sure to go check out my TikTok. I'm doing 30 days of outfits over on there. Yeah, so we're on, I think, day 5 now. This is day 5's look. And then, you know, just gonna keep that ball rolling. Hopefully get like day 6 up tomorrow. I did take a little bit of like a break in between, but I'm back. We're picking back up on it. But yeah, I went super like casual. It's such a gorgeous day outside, so I know I'm about to be running some errands and I might be outside for some point, or I might be outside for a little bit at some point today. So super casual, and I wanted to like accommodate for the weather. So I've got that like warm sweater up top, and then I'm wearing shorts, so nothing insane. I'm not sure if I updated you guys on what I was doing before now, but I'm currently waiting in the Plato's Closet parking lot, waiting for my items to be sorted through. And yeah, we'll see how long this takes for it to go through. Yeah, so I'm just waiting in my car. They gave me like an hour and a half estimated wait time, and I think it's because they were a little bit busier, but I drove all the way here. It's like a 30-minute drive, and I don't want to leave and come back, so I'm just sitting in the parking lot right now, and I don't even know if they're going to accept any of my items or want to buy them. And I haven't gotten the, hey, we see you, we're sorting through your items text that I typically get. So I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting here and waiting, and I'm sweating because I refuse to turn my car on and waste gas. I was gonna go like straight to the gym after this, so like I'm just a little bit annoyed because it's taking longer than I expected and my hands are swelling. I just had to like sit here and like pull my rings off of my fingers because like my hands just started swelling, and it doesn't look like they're swollen, but having rings on just felt so tight and constricting, and I just like had to get them off immediately. So yep, I just ate a banana and had some coffee, and I'm just killing time. And I didn't bring anything to do because like I didn't think this is how it was gonna go. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I'm just like doing all of this and they've been done and they didn't get my new phone number down properly, and I'm just sitting here waiting, and then they're like, yep, yeah, we didn't actually want any of your clothes. So you just sat here and waited for no reason. Okay, so I'm driving to the gym now. I just left Plato's Closet. Yeah, so they took 7 of my items and only gave me like $30 for it. So if you're looking to sell or donate your clothes, I don't always recommend Plato's Closet. I recommend Plato's Closet for the items that you know that they'll buy, but you don't want to put in the effort to sell. Like a lot of these items that I took there, I've had in my wardrobe since like middle school, and I just didn't want to put the effort in to list them on Poshmark or Depop or anything like that. But if I would have done that, I would have definitely gotten a lot more money than $30, especially because like there were some nice items in there. Like I took a pair of like a faux leather Michael Kors pant there, and I know that if I would have like listed that or left it listed and just put in the effort with it, like it would have sold at a much higher price. But the whole point of like today's trip and me like clearing out my wardrobe, and especially like the items I took, because they did take most of the items, which I'm very pleased with, because like I didn't want to put in the work, and that's what it comes down to. Like I was just finally to that point where I'm like, okay, you want to change in your clothes, and you want to change the way you're dressing and the way your image is, and like you got to do something about it. Like I was just in that state where like I needed to do something, and I needed to do something to change it all now. Like, so that's what that trip was for. And thankfully, like the Plato's Closet near me is only like 30 minutes away, so it's not like too bad of a drive. And I mean, like honestly, it's actually kind of really pretty and scenic because it's on the way to a lake, or there's a lake surrounding it. So like the drive, you get to see like a few little spots of the lake. You get to see some like lake houses and stuff like that. So it's not like a bad drive, but yeah, I'm a little bummed that it was only $30, but yeah, as you saw in the clips before of me like complaining in the car, they didn't text me. So the girl on hand was either like new, or she was just not having it and feeling it, because like she didn't text me the like, hey, we've received your items, we'll let you know when to pick it up. And I didn't get the like confirmation of like, hey, we've sorted through your items, this is what we want text. And it looked like it had just been like sitting on the shelf for a while. So I sat in my car and waited a while. I did not wait the full like hour and a half that she like estimated for it to be like for pickup, but I did probably wait longer than I should have. And I mean, that's okay. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. I just sat in the car and like got some thinking out of the way. But yeah, Plato's Closet is definitely one of those like last resort, or you just like want everything like out of the way and out of your hand like now. That's kind of the thing. And I know that a lot of like the Plato's Closets vary from place to place. Like I know for me, there are like 3 different locations that are within decent mileage. Like they're not too far away, but it's more of like if I'm gonna be in that area, then I'll make a trip to stop there and like take my things there instead of like going out of the way to do it. But like I have 3 locations, and I know that this one and then actually both 2 out of the 3 are closer to college campuses. Like 2 of the 3 are more like college campus Plato's Closet areas, and then the other ones one's like a bit further away from like college campus, and that one tends to do better. Like they tend to give me more money for the items I drop off there than like these other two college campus ones. And they actually like take, I don't know, they take a good amount and they give a decent amount of money in return for it at this one. But that one was just like way too far out of the way and wasn't in the schedule, and I wasn't going to be anywhere near that area anytime soon. So it made the most sense to go to the one that I went to today. But yeah, that's my rant about Plato's Closets. It varies location to location. Some locations are absolute crap. But yeah, I got stuff cleared out of the way, and I feel better for having done it. So maybe this is your sign to either list some stuff in your wardrobe to sell, or to just like take it to a Plato's Closet and sell it that way. Yeah, okay, this little rant is over. Like I said, I'm on the way to the gym, so whenever I get to the gym, I'll change and do my workouts. Unfortunately, I forgot to pack a sports bra, so that's gonna suck a little bit. I'm just gonna have to use my regular like t-shirt bra, which it's not that big of a deal, but I would have preferred a sports bra in this case scenario. I'm probably just gonna like walk on the treadmill. I know for sure I'm gonna be doing the Stairmaster. Oh my god, if you've never used the Stairmaster before, holy cow, I highly recommend it. It's like one of those things that like I genuinely feel it working, and I've started like increasing my time on it. So right now I get to the gym and I start on that, and I go on to level 7, and I go and do that for 20 minutes straight. I just started off with like 10 minutes at first, and I like within a week increased to like 20 minutes, and honestly I feel like I could do like maybe 25 or 30 today or like tomorrow. It just depends on how I feel. And then from there I typically get on the treadmill and walk for like half an hour after that. I want to start getting back into like Pilates and getting into weightlifting. Like my arms, I can definitely feel a difference. They're starting to get like flabbier again, and I don't love it. So here in the next like day or two, I'm going to start incorporating Pilates and strength training back into my workout, because I just feel kind of like saggy, just like all over right now. So I want that like nice like tone and that strength put back in my body. But yeah, that's my update for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, so we're on the next day. Today is Wednesday. I totally forgot to like end everything off yesterday, but I think I'm gonna compile everything into like one vlog for like a weekly vlog. But yeah, so last night I ended up going to the gym. I walked on the treadmill for like over 30 minutes, and according to that I burned like 400 calories. I don't know how like accurate that like meter is, but I like ranged between walking on an incline of like doing the 12-3-30, but then I also like adjusted the incline to 15, which is like as high as the treadmill would go, and then played around with like different speeds too. So that was like a combination of that. And then from there I went and did the Stairmaster for 10 minutes on level 7, and then I did like a quick little like arm circuit. So that's all I could do for there. I was like really hungry by the time I left, and that's all the energy I kind of wanted to put into that. But not bad. Maybe like one day if you guys like want it, I can do like a full like workout routine. But I've had like a slower start to my morning. I've been up since close to 5 maybe, and I'm really tired. It's like, I think it's like close to 12 now. I don't even know. But if you can see there, I'm watching Community in the background right now, and I'm about to eat some Oreos with peanut butter. I think I'm just gonna do like 3 because I just want like a little bit of like a sweet nibble. I don't want too much. But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna start editing this video that you're watching right now. But that's kind of like where I'm at today. I'll probably make a coffee here in a minute and then sit down and start editing. And yeah, it's really gloomy out today. It's been raining on and off, like thunderstorming pretty much. So I don't know, I'm just kind of in like a weird mood today, but figured I'd go ahead and update you. Actually, you know what, this is a good time to talk about it. I didn't know when I wanted to like do it, and even then like I may do like a full video on it separately. But if any of you struggle with depression or anxiety, or you have in the past, or stress, for me right now it's mainly a lot of stress, and I know that that stress is becoming more prone and prominent in the form of depression right now. So if you do that, I highly recommend getting magnesium. I take a 500 milligram magnesium. Here, let me grab all the stuff that I'm taking right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I take magnesium. This is just a 500 milligrams. I notice that I feel better, like my body doesn't feel as weak, and I notice that I sleep better whenever I have magnesium in my body. And then if any of you out there suffer like with really bad period cramps or period pain, magnesium is going to be your best friend to like start including in your diet. What it does is it supports bone and muscle health, so I highly recommend adding magnesium. I think everybody would really benefit from it, but obviously do your own research when like taking new supplements or adding new things to your diet or to your body. And then anyone with like anxiety attacks, or like I said, depression, but mainly like if you ever get that like raciness and you need something to kind of like calm yourself down, I really recommend getting some ashwagandha. I honestly, it's kind of hard to find in like CVS and Walgreens for whatever reason, but I did find one in like a liquid form, and this is Hims and Hers Calm Drops Mind Unwind. It's naturally flavored stone fruit and lavender, but let me see, because I don't think it's just ashwagandha in here. They have chamomile. It's like chamomile. Yeah. Okay. So it's vitamin B6, the L5, and then it's a calming blend of chamomile, flower, ashwagandha root, and radiola, something like that. But anyways, I really like this blend. I don't even do it. It recommends doing like a full like milligram of it, and it has little like markings on the side, but I typically only end up taking like that much, and I let it sit under my tongue for like a minute or so, or like not even a minute, like 30 seconds, and kind of like let it do that and then like swallow it. But yeah, I find that I don't even have to take like all of it. What I've started doing with the ashwagandha too is I'll take like a little bit whenever I feel like a bit of like mental fog, or like if I'm having more like anxiety attacks. Feels weird like talking about this and admitting it. I'll do like a little bit of that then, and then I'll try to like sit down and like calm down and like allow my thoughts to like go through and figure out like what the problem is. But this is really good about like taking some of that like panic out. But what I've started doing is I'll take melatonin, and then I'll take like that same amount, and I'll take that like a little bit like right after I take the melatonin, and it's just really good at helping you like relax and unwind and calm down like right before you go to sleep. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is like very new to me, I've only had it like a day or two, so I can't really attest or speak to the results, but if any of you have tried this, or if any of you are interested in trying this, let me know. And I will do an update on this at some point, just because like I don't have enough experience or use with it in my system to really fully recommend it, but it's something I am trying. It's the Advanced Orthomolecular Research, so AOR OrthoAdapt, and it supports proper bodily responses to stress, and it recommends taking, I think it's like 3. You can take up to 3 or 4 a day, but I've just now started and I only take 1. And honestly, like just from having taken it like a day now, I've only used it like a day, I do feel like a little bit of like that calmingness and like almost kind of like that little tingliness in your brain, if that makes sense. Like if any of you have ever been like prescribed like any sort of medication to like help you unwind or calm down during like panic attacks or anxiety attacks, I used to be on a medication for that. I don't remember what it was called, but it kind of does like a similar sense of that, where it just like you feel like the tingliness and you feel it kind of working. And I know that sounds really alarming, but it's not as strong or as powerful as that. But given the circumstances that you can take more throughout the day if need be, it can increase that. But yeah, I thought that was interesting because like I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying, but when I have more experience or use with it, maybe when I'm like halfway through the bottle or like even finished with this one, I'll come back and update you guys on like what I think about it. But that's what I've been taking and naturally like including in my diet to help like work through my stress and all the little like depressive, anxious thoughts that like keep coming up. Also, I'm just gonna apologize for like all the clutter in the background. It kind of looks like this always, but not really. We are in the process of selling my like childhood home and family farm, so like everybody's kind of like packing up and going through everything right now, so everything's kind of like all over the place. But yeah, I'm gonna snack on this a little bit, and even now, like now that I've had lunch and I've sat here for like 10 minutes talking to you guys about all of this, I'm not even that hungry, so I may only have like 1 or 2 cookies with the peanut butter and then go into coffee and then like get into like working. But yeah, I just felt like I would go ahead and just say hey for today, pop in, give you like a little bit of an update, and that's where we're at right now. So I'll see you guys in a minute.